Namaste everyone. Today we shall discuss on chapter 7, that is ratio and proportions. We find wide range of applications of ratio and proportions in various branches of science, especially in physics, chemistry, mathematics, etc. Real life applications of ratio and proportions are numerous. Before going to the sums, let me define what is ratio and proportion, and we'll discuss on properties of ratio and proportion. Chapter 7, Ratio and Proportions. Ratio is a relationship between two quantities of the same kind with respect to their magnitude and denotes how many times one of the quantities is contained in the other. The ratio of numbers a and b can be expressed as a is to b or a fraction a by b. Antecedent and consequent. If p by q is a ratio, then p is called as antecedent and q is known as consequent. Rules related to ratios. Inverse ratio or reciprocal ratio. If p by q is a ratio, then q by p is called as the inverse ratio of p by q. Ratio of greater inequality. A ratio of greater inequality is one in which the value of antecedent is greater than the value of consequent. Thus, p by q would be a ratio of greater inequality if p is greater than q. Example, 3 is to 2, 5 is to 4. Here you can see that antecedent is more than consequent. Next is ratio of lesser inequality. A ratio of lesser inequality is one in which the value of antecedent is lesser than the value of the consequent. Thus, p by q would be a ratio of lesser inequality if p is less than q. Example, 2 is to 3, 4 is to 5. Compound ratio. A compound ratio is one which is obtained by multiplying the antecedent term with the antecedent term and the subsequent consequent term with the consequent terms of the given ratios. Next is duplicate ratio. A duplicate ratio is one which is obtained by taking the square of the respective terms of the given ratio. That is, duplicate ratio of 3 is to 4 is 3 square is to 4 square or 9 is to 16. Duplicate ratio. A subduplicate ratio is the one which is obtained by taking the square roots of the respective terms of a given ratio. Thus, if the given ratio is 4 is to 9, then the subduplicate ratio is root 4 is to root 9 or 2 is to 3. Triplicate ratio. Triplicate ratio is one which is obtained by taking the cubes of the respective terms of a ratio. Thus, if the given ratio is 1 is to 2, then the triplicate ratio would be 1 cube is to 2 cube or 1 is to 8. Subtriplicate ratio. A subtriplicate ratio is the one which is obtained by taking the cube roots of the respective terms in the given ratio. Thus, if the given ratio is 8 is to 27, then its subtriplicate ratio would be cube root of 8 is to cube root of 27, that is 2 is to 3. Continued ratio. A continued ratio is the one which is obtained by taking the relation between the magnitude of 3 or more quantities of the same kind. Thus, the ratio of x is to y is to z and 3 is to 4 is to 5 are examples of a continued ratio. For example, the monthly incomes of A, B and C are rupees 300, rupees 500 and rupees 800 respectively. The ratio of the incomes is 300 is to 500 is to 800 or 3 is to 5 is to 8, which is a matter of continued ratio. Question: if 3 is to 5 is a ratio, find the antecedent and consequent. Here, antecedent is equal to 3. First one. Consequent is equal to 5. So these are 1 mark questions. Second, X gets a salary of rupees 20,000, Y gets a salary of rupees 5,000. Find the ratio of their salaries. Solution is 20,000 is to 5,000. So that is 4 is to 1. So 5,000 into 1, 5,000 into 4. So 4 is to 1 is the ratio. The third one, find the inverse ratio of 4:5. So inverse ratio of 4:5 is 5:4. Fourth one, a house consumes 30 kgs of wheat and 4 kg of sugar. Compare the consumption of wheat and sugar in the form of ratio. So again, 30:4. So that can be reduced to 15:2. 2 into 15, 2 into 2. Fifth one, Mr. X completes a job in 3 hours and Mr. Y completes the same job in 45 minutes. Represent their time in ratio. So here, convert the number of hours to minutes. 3 hours is equal to 180 minutes. So 180 is to 45. So 45 into 1, 45 into 4. So you can write it as 4:1. Next, find the compound ratio of 3:4 and 4:7. So that is 3/4 into 4/7. 4 get cancels. 3/7 or 3:7. Next, find the compound ratio of 1:2, 2:3 and 3:5. The compound ratio will be 1/2 into 2/3 into 3/5. 2 will get cancelled, 3 will get cancelled. Answer is 1:5. Eighth question, find the duplicate ratio of 5:4. Eighth solution, duplicate ratio is 5 square is to 4 square. That can be written as 25:16. The ninth one, solution, find the triplicate ratio of 3:5. Triplicate ratio is 3 cube is to 5 cube. That is equal to 27:5 cube is 125. Then 10th one, find the subduplicate ratio of 9:49. Subduplicate, so root 9 is to root 49, that is equal to 3:7. 11th one, find the subtriplicate ratio of 125:64. So subtriplicate, cube root of 125 is to cube root of 64, that is equal to 5:4. Again, these questions are asked for 1 mark. The next, a ratio in the lowest term is 3:8. If the difference between the quantities is 25, find the quantities. Solution, let the quantities be 3x and 8x. If the difference between the quantities is 25, that means 8x minus 3x is equal to 25, 5x is equal to 25, x is equal to 25/5, that is equal to 5. So therefore, the quantities are 3 into x, 3 into 5, 15, and 8 into 5, that is 40. This can be asked for 2 marks. Next question, numbers are in the ratio 3:5. If 5 is added to each, they are in the ratio 2:3. Find the numbers. Let the two numbers be 3x and 5x. So 3x plus 5 divided by 5x plus 5 is equal to 2 by 3. So cross multiply, 9x plus 15 is equal to 10x plus 10. So I'll be getting it as 10x minus 9x is equal to 15 minus 10. So x is equal to 5. Therefore, the two numbers are 3 into 5, 15, and 5 into 5, 25. Next question. What must be added to each term in the ratio 2:3 so that it becomes 5:6? Solution. Let the number to be added be x. So 2 plus x divided by 3 plus x is equal to 5 by 6. Cross multiply, 12 plus 6x is equal to 15 plus 5x. So 6x minus 5x is equal to 15 minus 12. So x is equal to 3. So 3 must be added to each term in the ratio 2:3 so that it becomes 5:6. Next question. What must be subtracted from each term in the ratio 7:4 so that it becomes 5:2? Solution. Let the number to be subtracted is x. So 7 minus x divided by 4 minus x is equal to 5 by 2. Cross multiply, 14 minus 2x is equal to 5 into 4, 20 minus 5x. So 5x you can bring it to LHS. So 5x minus 2x is equal to 20 minus 14. So 3x is equal to 6. X is equal to 6 divided by 3, that is equal to 2. Question. If A is to B is equal to 2:3 and B is to C is equal to 6:13. Find A is to B is to C. So A, B, C. You can write like this, 2:3. So 2:3. You can write under A to B 3. B is to C is 6:13. So 6:13. So here you can just write this 3. Here you can just write this 6. Then multiply 12:18 6:3, 13 into 3, 39. So it can be reduced as 4:6:13. Okay, so 4:6:13. That is A is to B is to C. Or you can also solve in this method. A is to B is equal to 2:3. You can just multiply by 2. B is to C is equal to 6 is to 13. So this can be written as A is to B is equal to 4 is to 6. So once these two are same, B is same, then I can write it as A is to B is to C is equal to 4 is to 6 is to 13. Seventeenth question. If A is to B is equal to 2 is to 3, B is to C is equal to 3 is to 5, and C is to D is equal to 5 is to 7, find A is to D. This can be written as A by B into B by C into C by D is equal to 2 by 3 into 3 by 5 into 5 by 7. So B cancels, C cancels, here 3 cancels, 5 and 5 get cancelled. So I'll get A by D is equal to 2 by 7, or A is to D is equal to 2 is to 7. Next question. Divide 1800 in the ratio 3 is to 4 is to 5. So first part, you can consider the first number 3 divided by total 4 plus 3 plus 5. So that is 12 into 1800. So 12 into 1, 150. So it is 450. 3 into 150, 450. The second part, consider the second number 4 divided by total, same 12 into 1800. So same again, it is 150 into 4, 600. Third part, the last number 5 divided by 12 into 1800. So 12 into 1, 12 into 150, that is equal to 750. The next question. The 19th one. If x is to y is equal to 3 is to 4, find 2x square plus 3y square divided by x square plus y square. So x by y is equal to 3 by 4 is given. So that implies, this is given, x by y is equal to 3 by 4. So x is equal to 3y divided by 4, and x square will be equal to 9y square divided by 16. So now you consider 2x square plus 3y square divided by x square plus y square. So that is equal to 2 into x square is 9y square by 16 plus 3y square divided by, then again x square is 9y square by 16 plus y square. So in the numerator y square is common, take it out. So I'll be left with, when I take the LCM, 16 will be the LCM. So 18 plus 48 divided by 16 divided by again y square into 9 plus 16. 9 plus 16 by 16. Y square cancels. 16 will also get cancelled. So you'll be left with 66. 48 plus 18. 66 divided by 16 plus 9. 25. So this is the final answer. Next question. The angles of a triangle are in the ratio 3 is to 4 is to 5. Find the angles. The sum of the angles of a triangle is equal to 180 degrees. So therefore, the angles are, so 3 divided by total 12 into 180, that is equal to 12 into 1. So this is 15, so 45 degree. Then the second one, 4 divided by 12 into 180, that is equal to 60 degree, 15 into 4. Then 5 divided by 12 into 180, 15 into 5, 75 degree. Next, an article is sold at 40% gain on the cost price. Find the ratio of the selling price and cost price. Let the cost price of the article is equal to X. Profit is equal to 40% of cost price. So 40% of X. So 40 divided by 100 into X, that is equal to 2 into 2, 2 into 5, 2 by 5 X. And selling price is equal to cost price plus profit. So selling price is equal to X plus 2 by 5 X. Cost price is X and the profit is 2 by 5 X. That is equal to, when you take LCM is 5, 5 plus 2, 7X divided by 5. So selling price is to cost price is equal to 7X divided by 5 divided by X. So cancels, so that is equal to 7 is to 5. So the ratio of the selling price and cost price is 7 is to 5. Question. The monthly income of A and B are in the ratio 3 is to 4 and their expenditure are in the ratio 1 is to 2. If each saves rupees 2000, find their monthly income. Let the monthly income of A and B be 3x and 4x. Their expenditure be y and 2y. So income is 3x and 4x, expenditure is y and 2y. Since it is given that their expenditure are in the ratio 1 is to 2, if each saves rupees 2000, they have asked you to find their monthly income. So income minus savings is equal to expenditure. So expenditure ratio is 1 is to 2. So therefore 3x minus 2000 divided by 4x minus 2000 is equal to 1 by 2. So cross multiply, 6x minus 4000 is equal to 4x minus 2000. So 6x minus 4x is equal to 4000 minus 2000. 2x is equal to 2000. X is equal to 1000. So therefore monthly income of A is equal to rupees, that is 3x, 3 into 1000, 3000. Same way, monthly income of B is equal to rupees, that is 4x, that is 4 into 1000, 4000. Next question. Two numbers are in the ratio 6 is to 7. If the difference of their squares is 117, find the numbers. Let the two numbers be 6x and 7x. If the difference of the squares is 117, that is 49 x square minus 36 x square is equal to 117. That is 13 x square is equal to 117. X square is equal to 117 by 13. That is equal to 9. So x is equal to plus or minus 3. We can consider the positive number 3. So therefore, the numbers are 3 into 6, 18, and 7 into 3, 21. Next question, 24th one. Divide 5880 into 3 parts such that B receives twice as A and C receives. C receives 5 by 6th of what B receives. Here B is equal to twice of A. I'll consider 2A. So the ratio A by B can be written as 1 by 2. Or A is to B is equal to 1 is to 2. Then C is equal to 5 by 6th of what B receives. 5 by 6 B. So B by C is equal to 6 by 5, or B is to C is equal to 6 is to 5. So therefore, the ratio A is to B is to C is equal to. So here this, when I multiply by 3, I'll be getting A is to B is equal to 3 is to 6. So that B is same. I can write this as 3 is to 6 is to 5. So A receives 3 by the total 3 plus 6 plus 5, 14 into 5880, 14 into 1, 420. So I'll be getting 1260. 3 into 420, 1260. So B receives second number, that is 6 by 14 into 1880, 14 into 1, 14 into 420, that is equal to 2520. And C receives 5 by 14 into 5880, 14 into 1, 420, that is equal to 2100. So that will be the final answer. Yeah. Next. Distribute 632 among A, B and C in such a way that B will have 20% more than A and C has 20% less than B. Solution. If A is equal to 100, then B is equal to 120. Therefore, A by B is equal to 100 by 120, or A is to B is equal to, so I can write it as 5 is to 6. 2 5s are to 6 are. If B is equal to 100, then C is equal to 80, because B will have 20% more than A and C has 20% less than B. Therefore, it is 80. So B by C is equal to 100 by 80, that is equal to 5 by 4, or B is to C is equal to 5 is to 4. So A is to B is to C is equal to, so this I can multiply by 5, and if I multiply this by 6, This will be 25:30, and this ratio 30:24. Therefore, here B becomes same, so therefore new ratio is 25:30:24. That is A:B:C. Therefore, I can take 25x plus 30x plus 24x is equal to total is 632. So 79x is equal to 632. X is equal to 632 divided by 79, that is equal to 8. Therefore, A receives 25 into 8, that is rupees 200. B receives 30 into 8, that is rupees 240. C receives 24 into 8, that is equal to rupees 192. Next question. Rajiv planned his journey to Mumbai as follows. He will travel 5/9 of the total distance by an aeroplane, 3/4 of the remaining by train, and the remaining distance of 200 km by a car. What is the total distance to Mumbai? Let the total distance be x. By an aeroplane, he travels 5/9x, 5/9 of the total distance by an aeroplane, so 5/9x. So the remainder will be x minus 5/9x, total distance minus 5/9x. So LCM is 9, 9 minus 5, 4/9x. By train, he covers 3/4 of the remaining by train, that is 3/4 into 4/9x. 4 get cancelled, so 1/3x kilometer. So by car 200 kilometers, so 200 kilometers. Therefore total distance is, that is x is equal to 5/9x, that is by aeroplane, plus x/3, that is by train, plus 200 by car. So getting x minus 200 is equal to 5x plus into 3, 3x by 9. So cross multiply, I'll get 9x minus 1800, 9 into 2, 18. So 1800 is equal to 5x plus 3x, that is equal to 8x. So 9x minus 8x is equal to 1800. X is equal to, that implies x is equal to 1800 kilometers. Therefore, the total distance to Mumbai is equal to 1800 kilometers. Next question. Divide rupees 1647 into 3 parts such that 3/7 of the first, 2/3 of the second, and 4/5 of the third are equal. Solution. Let the 3 parts be A, B and see, given 3 by 7 of A is equal to 2 by 3 of B. A by B is equal to cross multiply 7 into 14 by 9. Therefore, A is to B is equal to 14 is to 9. And 2 by 3rd of the second and 4 by 5th of the third are equal. 2 by 3B is equal to 4 by 5C. So that can be written as B by C is equal to 2 into 1, 2 into 2, 3 into 2, 6 by 5. Therefore, B is to C is equal to 6 is to 5. So A is to B, you can just multiply by 2 and this by multiply by 3. So you will get 9 to the 18, 6 into 3, 18. So I'll get 14 into 2, 28 is to 18, and B is to C, 18 is to 15. Therefore, A is to B is to C is equal to 28 is to 18 is to 15. Therefore, 28x plus 18x plus 15x is equal to 1647. 647. So 61x total is equal to 1647. X is equal to 1647 divided by 61, that is equal to 27. So therefore, A receives 28 into 27, rupees 756. B receives 18 into 27, that is equal to rupees 486, and C receives 15 into 27, that is equal to rupees 405. Next, X, Y and Z play cricket. The runs scored by X and Y are in the ratio 3 is to 2. Y's runs to Z's runs are in the ratio 3 is to 2. Together they all score 342 runs. How many runs did each score? Solution: X is to Y is equal to 3 is to 2. Y is to Z is equal to 3 is to 2. So this I can multiply by 3, this I can multiply by 2. So X is to Y is equal to 4 is to 9 is to 9 is to 6, and Y is to Z is equal to 3 into 2, 6 is to 4. Therefore, X is to Y is to Z is equal to 9 is to 6 is to 4. Therefore, 9x plus 6x plus 4x is equal to total runs is 342. So 19x is equal to 342. X is equal to 342 divided by 19. That is equal to 18. So therefore, X scores 9 into X, that is 9 into 18, that is 162 runs. Y scores 6 into 18, that is equal to 108 runs. Then Z scores 4 into 18, that is equal to 72 runs. Next question. Rupees 5625 is divided among A, B and C so that A receives one of as much as B and C together receive, and B receive 1/4 of what A and C together receive. Find the share of A, B and C. It's given rupees 5625 is divided among A, B and C so that A receives one of as much as B and C together receive, and B receives 1/4 of what A and C together receive. Find the share of A, B and C. So given A plus B plus C is equal to 5625. So call this as 1. And A is equal to 1/2 of B plus C. A receives 1 of as much as B and C together receive. So 1/2 of B plus C. So cross multiply 2A is equal to B plus C. Let me call this as 2. So then B is equal to 1/4 of A plus C. So 4B is equal to A plus C. Let me call this as 3. So from 1 and 2, we have A plus B plus C is equal to 5625. B plus C is 2A, that is from 2. So A plus 2A is equal to 5625. 3A is equal to 5625. A is equal to 5625 divided by 3, that is equal to rupees 1875. So from 1 and 3 we have, from 1 and 3 we have same way A plus B plus C is equal to 5625, we know. So A plus C is equal to 4B. A plus C is equal to 4B. So B plus 4B is equal to 5625. So 5B is equal to 5625. B is equal to 5625 divided by 5, 1125. So now consider, that is 1, A plus B plus C is equal to 5625. So we should find out C now. C is equal to 5625 minus A minus B, that is 5625 minus 1875 minus 1125, that is equal to 2625. Therefore A's share is rupees 1875. B's share is rupees 1125. Then C's share is rupees 2625. Okay, so right done. Next question. The monthly income of A and B are in the ratio 9:7, and those of B and C are in the ratio 3:2. If 10% of A's income and 15% of C's income differ by rupees 18, find the income of A, B and C. Solution. Let the income of A and B be 9x and 7x. Since the ratio is 9:7, it is 9x and 7x. B is to C is equal to 3:2 implies B by C is equal to 3/2. So therefore C is equal to 2B divided by 3. So in that case, C's income is equal to 2/3 into B. B is 7x into 7x, it is 14x by 3. Then 10% of A's income is equal to 10/100 into 9x, that is equal to 9/10, that is 0.9x. Then 15% of C's income is equal to 15 by 100 into 14x by 3. So C's income is written 3 into 1, 3 into 5. So you reduce this, so you'll be getting 0.7x. Then 2 into 7, 2 into 10, 7 by 10, 0.7x. So the next is 10% of A's income minus 15% of C's income is equal to rupees 18. Therefore 0.9x, and that is what we found it out, 10% of A's income minus 0.7x is equal to 18. So 0.2x is equal to 18. X is equal to 18 by 0.2, that is equal to 180 by 2, that is equal to rupees 90. So hence A's income is equal to 9 into 90, that is rupees 810. B's income is equal to 7 into 90, that is equal to rupees 630. C's income is equal to 14 by 3 into 90, that is equal to rupees 420. Next question. The ratio of prices of two houses was 16:23. 2 years later, when the price of the first had risen by 10% and that of second by rupees 477, the ratio of their prices becomes 11:20. Find the original prices of the two houses. Solution. Let the prices of the two houses be 16x and 23x. Therefore 16x plus 10% of 16x, that can be written as 10 by 100 into 16x divided by 23x plus 477 is equal to 11 by 20. So 16x plus 1.6x divided by 23x plus 477 is equal to 11 by 20. Cross multiply 320x plus 32x is equal to 253x plus 11 into 1477, 5247. So then 320x plus 32, so 352x is equal to 253x plus 5247. So 352x minus 253x is equal to 5247. 99x is equal to 5247. X is equal to 5247 divided by 99, that is equal to rupees 53. So therefore the original price of first house, the original price of first house is equal to 16 into 53, rupees 848. The second house 23 into 53, that is equal to rupees 1219. So next class we will continue few more sums related to proportions. Thank you.